So today we're not really talking about these quirky tribalisms or this sense of unity. Actually, we're almost talking about the opposite. And it is it's a it's it's a sad and shocking condition, but it's also sort of fascinating at the same time. So I am familiar with this to some degree on a personal level, involving one of my family members, and it's hikikomori. So what is hikikomori? I should mention you've written several papers on this. You've done your own research on this, and I think you've spoken to other researchers and even spoken to your students to some degree on this theme. So what is hikikomori?
So hikikomori is, to really reduce it into a single kind of sentence definition. It's basically it's people that are social choose like social isolation. They withdraw themselves from society, basically lock themselves in their room mostly, and according to the government definition, if they've been self-isolating for
Hmm.
more than 6 months, that constitutes hikikomori. There's so many negative ways to describe it. So it's hard to kind of, especially with, well, as you mentioned, the things I've been writing is kind of critiquing some of the ways it's been understood and described and the narrative surrounding it. But yeah, the stereotype is often of the otaku,
Hmm.
or a gaming geek just locked in their room. But it really is, there's a range of variability, but basically an individual that is locks themselves away, usually in their home or mostly even in their room if they've got family that can take care of them and don't really leave.
Yes, I mean, I love exploring words or
Mm.
the compound of the word. So hiku is the verb to pull or draw back, and then komoru is to shut oneself in, be confined to, hide away. And I mean, this is a problem that started in the late 70s, early 80s, particularly with boys, teenagers, men who just, school's too stressful. I want to stay home, or this company's too stressful. I'd rather just stay at home and lock myself in my room. And then that goes from one day to 1 week to 1 month to 1 year to a decade. And it's a condition. I mean, the word hikikomori describes the condition, but also the person who
Mm.
does lock themselves away.
Yeah.
And we're talking decades. We're not talking a couple of weeks or months, years to decades. So it's it's sort of astounding that someone can even do that. Like I can't imagine wanting to lock myself in a room for more than a few hours.